everybody. It is so good to see you. I know it has been a really long time since we've had a what if question. And so tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. It's super late. You can see it's like 10 o'clock here, but you know, it's summertime, and when else are we going to find the time? So instead of asking what if, I want to ask the question, what is? So our question for tonight is, what is enough? And I know I'm a little shaky. I'm holding the camera. I hope that works out for you guys. Bear with me. So what is enough? It's a really important question, actually. And I'll tell you, I have really struggled with this question throughout my entire face painting career. So some of the areas that this question is important is, what is enough bookings on our calendar? What is enough when we're thinking of how much to charge and our rate? What is enough when we're buying paint for our kit? What is enough when we're thinking of how many groups to follow on Facebook? What is enough when we're thinking what we offer? Face painting, balloon twisting, henna, stilt walking. Where there's so much pressure all around us for more, more, more. Now, I'm not going to give you a set limit, in my opinion, of what is enough. It's a personal question. It's a question each of us need to ask ourselves. But there are a few different principles that can really help us as we're trying to find that sense of enough. So the first thing that I want you to think about is why we're doing it. And then that can help us know when we've reached the enough threshold. The problem with not understanding what enough is if we don't set our expectations, then when we reach the enough, we won't know that we're there, and we'll just keep going. And when it's like the carrot on the string, when you chase for the next step, then you'll always be chasing. So for example, let's talk about our kit. So if you think, okay, I need to have every one stroke. They're always going to be making new one strokes, and so you're never going to get enough, right? And we'll just constantly be adding new and new one strokes. This is true for one strokes, it's true for colors, it's true for brands, it's true for paintbrushes, and those kits get heavy and they get expensive, and it doesn't make you a better painter. So I want you guys, and myself included, this is being so helpful for me, to go through our face painting life and define what is enough. Now, once we define that, what we are doing is two things. Number one, we're setting a boundary, and we're saying, when I reach this point, I'm done. And then the other one is we are setting an expectation. So I know I get to feel good about myself for this. Now, this will save our lives. When we're at a gig, it is enough to be done at the end of the night. A couple of quick stories about that. I was painting with a really amazing painter, and she was done at the end of the day. And I never am. I am gonna stay there for every single person that comes up and says, do you have time for one more? I'm like, of course I do. And I end up sticking around, and then I don't get as much sleep, and I don't have that feeling of completion because I don't get to choose when I'm done. Other people get to choose when I'm done. Another one is when you have that more, it's hard to feel like we can say, yes, I made enough money. What is enough money, right? We always have one more thing we want to buy or one more bill we need to pay. And so it's really nice when we set those goals and those boundaries. And I have them for when I pay a booth fee, I want it to be within this percentage of what I end up making. So I can go back and I can be like, okay, I made enough, or whatever to pay the booth fee, or I made enough to, set those goals. Because if you just go in to make every single dollar you can, you won't feel the finish line. And that finish line is an incredible feeling. We want to feel like we've arrived. Now, if you're in a regular 9-to-5 job, guess what? 5 o'clock, you get to go home, right? And that is an arrival. Or if you get a promotion, that's an arrival. There are a lot of arrivals in the business world and in a job, a typical job. But our job, there isn't that arrival. And especially if you're volunteering, if you're not charging money, or if you're brand new and there's so many things that you're still trying and you don't feel good enough, there it is, enough. What is good enough? So what is good enough? If the kid's happy. What is good enough? if you pay for your expenses? What is good enough? And we can go through and we can set those parameters and those boundaries for ourselves. And then we get to feel like we've arrived. We get to feel like we're successful, and we get to feel excited. Now, you guys know that I believe success is self-identified, right? A successful design is when you do what you've decided to do and it looks the way you wanted it to look. And that is what enough is. Enough is when you reach what you decided you were trying to reach. And so go out there and be like, okay, I'm going to be happy when I have this many subscribers or this many likes or follows or whatever it is, so that you can know what you're working towards. And then when you get there, you can be like, yeah, this is enough. I know for me, I try and have every single Saturday booked, like in May through October or whatever. And then when I'm not working on a Saturday, I have this really bad feeling. And honestly, when I look at other people's jobs and other people's work, like, it's okay to have a week off. Like, that is okay. And so sometimes we need to set goals for ourselves that are in the opposite direction. We need to make sure that we have enough self-care and that we have enough. Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting enough sleep? And it isn't just the goals for the work, but it's the goals for ourselves that is going to protect us and keep us going for a really long time and give us that feeling. Do you have enough face painting friends? I know for me, in the last year, I have met more people. And if you're somebody I've met at a convention or something, hi! But it is amazing the way that it can make us feel when we have those relationships. So think about the ways that you're feeling insecure, whatever they are. We all have them, and write them down. I feel nervous when, I feel bad about myself because, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a line work or a technique thing. It could be a financial thing. It could be an introvert extrovert thing. There are things out there that we're all feeling. And all you have to do is you have to set a goal that's a little bit further ahead than where you are. And you have to say, that's gonna be enough. It's gonna be enough. And sometimes in the middle of a gig, I have to change this. So I just did an event where unexpectedly, there were twice as many face painters as I was expecting. I thought that there would be me and one other, and there was me in that one, and then another double booth. And that was really intimidating for me. Not because I was worried my face painting wasn't good enough or whatever, but I had scheduled people to be there to work with me, and we didn't have as much work as I was expecting, and that was really stressful. And so instead of what I was expecting to have happen, I knew that I could adjust my expectation. I could say, okay, this is not what I thought was going to happen. This is what is now happening. And so it's going to be enough if we do this and this and this. And that was able to help me go forward, feel supported and encouraged in the work. So I believe in you guys. If you have questions when you're trying to figure out what is enough, remember, you can talk to me, you can talk to other face painters, you can throw a comment on this video and just be like, do you think it's enough if I'm charging this? Or do you think it's enough if I paint this many faces per hour? Or do you think it's enough, and I'll tell you what, absolutely, what you believe is enough is enough. And if you feel like you can't keep up, then maybe it's too much. And there is a point of too much. I have lived it. I have had too much work before. I've charged too much money. I've charged not enough money. And when you haven't fit that balance, it feels bad. So if you're feeling bad, let's find some new balance and let's be there for each other to find that balance, to strike that balance. And I just encourage you guys, I encourage you to go find those friends. Make sure you have enough friends. Make sure you're being kind enough to yourself. And then, oh my gosh, let's just keep having fun, because there's no such thing as too much fun, but we need to make sure we're having enough. So good luck, you guys. Thank you for everything that you do to support me. Let me know how I can support you. If you ever have questions, of course, let me know. And just a heads up, I hope you've been enjoying my butterfly month. I can't believe that June is coming to an end. And so we will definitely look forward to having more fun next month with a new theme. And just if anybody has questions about how to connect to me, know that here on YouTube, absolutely, there are so many videos that you can watch. So I'm here, you're here, wonderful. Next level, there is a Facebook group called Learning with Laura. If you want a little bit of me, go there. And we can, chat and hang out and visit and whatever. If you want more of me, you can become a subscriber here on YouTube. All you have to do is YouTube/fairyfoxdesign/join. I've started adding it in my videos. That is a great way to connect to me. There aren't nearly as many. We have a Facebook group for just those people. There are about 20 of us, and we have 100 videos that are 2-hour classes. You can watch those. We do live jams. It's a whole lot of fun. So you can join there. If you want even more of me, I am opening up this fall to do some workshops, or I'm teaching at conventions here and there. So let me know if you want to meet me in person, because I would love to meet you in person. It is so much fun. Know, you guys, that I think that you are enough. So if you need to write that down somewhere, if your inner voice isn't very nice, sometimes mine is a jerk too, but you can write somewhere that Laura thinks I'm enough, because I really do feel that way. But I hope you guys are doing well. Happy 10:15 my time in the middle of the night. I'm so glad for those of you that made it live on this video with me. But definitely let me know how everything's going for you, and we'll check in again together soon. Good night.